చెప్పిన బాబు చెప్పిన
What are the things we have been seen in last class? Or the new test? You know, what are the topics we have covered until now in the JavaScript?
Conditional statements, loops, generations of JavaScript, arrays,
Then
hoisting,
hoisting,
Variables.
data types.
And
Then,
operators.
okay. And we have been seen that main thing, that array methods. Okay, the array methods is that much different from the other language in the JavaScript. And the function. Why we need to use function in program?
To store the data.
To
Store the data.
store the data, we are using data types and to reusable codes. To execute some part of the actions in that code, we have been use the function. Okay, perform any operations like that things, we have been use functions. Okay, here what I need to do some work. Okay, I have a 700 lines of code in my single JavaScript code. I can be optimize it by using splitting that each work, each operations into the function and put it into the another file, and I can be able to split that. Okay, and able to import that functions in the another file also. Okay, just yesterday I thought one thing, hoisting. What is hoisting in function?
Before declaration,
Yeah, that thing only.
before declaration, we can use the we can use, but the value will get undefined. It will not get.
Yeah, that is for the variable.
Variable.
But for the functions, before declaration, we can be access that function, but it will be give the exact execution of the result. Okay. And we see that arrow function also. What is the use of arrow function? What is the difference between normal function and the arrow function?
Shorter version of the
Shortened version of the arrow function, see normal function. Then another one thing, that is the main thing.
On the spot execution.
Yeah?
On the spot execution.
On the spot execution. Actually the function is used to call the function that have a sum of codes in that function. We need to call that just thing. But the main difference between the normal function and the arrow function, that is normal function support the hoisting, arrow function doesn't support the hoisting. What is the reason behind that to support the hoisting? Okay, by using arrow function, we can be called the callback functions. Have you heard about callback functions? What is callback function?
when you access one file from another, you take in one file and then use that as a base to do your operation. I mean, you have for example, you have a HTML page or a CSS code.
Okay.
You call that previous HTML page and use that as a base to do your.
No, not like that. Actually, callback function is a one function. I give a parameter as another function. Okay, I have two functions. Okay, I just pass the one function to the another function as a parameter, and inside that another function I call the previous function. That is a callback function. Okay, just to see. Okay. Here I have two functions. One is a greet. This visible? Okay. One is a greet and another one is a say bye. Okay. In the greet, I have two parameters. One is a name and another is a callback. This callback is a function. Okay. Here I call the greet by sending my name and by the function. Okay. I send the say by function to the callback function as a callback function. Here inside the greet, I just console my name and also call back that function. Okay. What is this and what is this? What is the actual name of these two things?
Calling the function.
Function calling. Then that is function declaration. Okay. Inside the values are called as
Arguments.
okay
Parameters.
parameters. Okay. Defining one function as a parameter of another function is a callback function. Okay. And then events. Okay. What is DOM? Document Object Model. Okay. Anyone know about DOM in the HTML? What is DOM in the HTML? Actually, DOM is works as a tree in a HTML. Okay, access all the tags and based on the tags do the manipulations. What is mean by manipulations? Yeah, changing any actions, changing any, doing any actions. That is a manipulations. Okay, here, see, assume one HTML page. Okay, here this is a HTML page. Here the HTML tag is the root element. Inside that root element there is a two things, head and the body. Inside the head we have been able to add title, metadatas and links, script, that all the things have been need to add in the head. And inside the body tag all the tags comes under the body tag. If it is a parent tag or nested tag, then it will be goes like another tree. Okay, here there are two things only, A and H1, that is defined in this tree. Okay, if see here, this is my HTML code. What are the things combined under this HTML code? Is visible? Okay. Here also, I just defined that this is a document. Okay, and this is a root tag. All the tags comes under the HTML. And here there is a two things, head and the body. Okay, inside the head I have been written the metadata, title, style. That all of the things are comes under head. And after that my whole code is comes under the body. Okay, that's it. That is the DOM tree. By using the DOM tree, we can be execute three steps: select, manipulate, and listen. Initially, it is in a wrong order. Listen, select, manipulate. Okay, need to listen. For the listening thing, we will use the event. Okay, what are the events? What is mean by event? Anyone tell what is mean by event? Anything happen, any performance, any actions, that is a event. Okay, whatever it is. In here, I scrolling the page, that is one event. I clicking that button, that is one event. Hovering the element, that is the event. And refreshing the whole page, that is the event. Everything comes under the event. Okay, here based on those events, I need to execute some steps. I need to execute some actions. Okay, that is done by a DOM manipulation. Okay, I understand why we need DOM manipulation. Okay, just to say, what is mean by virtual DOM? What is mean by virtual word? Virtual. It not be visible. Not is the actual thing. It is a thing or actually any copy of another one thing. Okay. Like virtual DOM is a copy of the actual DOM. That thing is used in React. Okay, that's why React is much faster than the HTML elements, HTML DOM manipulations. Okay, React use by using any manipulations, React done by using the virtual DOM. Okay, by the virtual DOM, all the things are doing any manipulation much faster than others. Okay, and for selecting the element, okay. Here I need to capture the action. Like I click the button, I need to capture that action. What thing I can be use? What are the steps to proceed that? I need to capture the clicking in this button. What are the steps to produce that?
Create one ID. Document.
Why we need to create that ID?
Particular that
Okay.
document dot
Hmm.
with the ID dot
Hmm.
add action reason.
Hmm.
Click event click we need to
Hmm.
the console dot
Okay. The steps are that I need to define this button. Okay. I need to capture this button, and after I need to capture the event happening in that button. Okay. Initially I need to capture that add button, and after that I need to what are the actions, click, hover, what are the things happening on this button I need to capture. After that I can able to do anything. Okay, let's see here. I capture that text that. Okay, see here, the document is defining that the whole thing, whole HTML that is defined by the document. Okay, whole React DOM is defined as the document here. Okay, inside the document I need to get the DOM ID. I need to select the input tag. Okay, for that input tag I need to access by the ID. Okay, ID, name, that all the things are the attributes of the tag. Okay, by using the attributes I need to capture the tag. After the tag I store it in the one variable. Okay, that is a input data. Same like that I access text area but this input button, and also the div tag. See here there is one div. I access all of those. Okay, I understand what are the things I access by using the get element by ID. Understand? After that, okay, my step 2 procedure I will be say that. One second. Okay, here if I type anything, I need to append as a another list. Okay, for that thing I have been used this form. Okay, just to create whatever it is, I just type that and I click on the add button. I need to append that value in the another list. What is the use of another list?
Store the items in an order.
Ordered way. Okay, that is a in ordered way we are using order list. If I need to show in the bulletin points, in the square points, I just use the another list. Okay. See my HTML code. there is a no unordered list. Okay, then I need to create the unordered list inside this div. Okay, after that, inside the unordered list, I need to insert the list items. Okay, for doing this, I just do all the things by using JavaScript, by the DOM manipulations. Okay, here I access all those elements, input data, add button and list items by using the get element by ID and by accessing that element by the ID name. Okay, after that I need to create an element inside the div. So initially I need to create that element, unordered list. Okay, I just created in the let ul equal to document dot create element and give that element name. Okay, here if I give the div, then what will be happen? What will be happening here? Initially I just created the unordered list. Okay. Okay. It is visible. There is a one element, unordered list element is created. If I need to create div or h2, then the tag will be created. By using the create element, I create the element. Okay, create the tag, and inside the tag I need to append the list items, list values. Okay, but previously I need to append that tag, unordered tag, inside the div tag. Okay, for that thing I just append that value. Here list dot append child unordered list. Okay, append child means what? Anyone said what is append? Adding the data inside the previous data. Okay, I just append this as a child. Actually, in the HTML, if there is a nested tags, if there is a nested elements inside that, that is called the child. Okay, parent child and the child tag. Okay. Okay, I just add the unordered list inside the list as a child. Okay, after that, what things I need to do? Now assume in the div tag there is a one unordered list. Okay, I need to give the data to the unordered list. What thing I need to do? I need to capture the event. I'm correct or not? I need to capture the clicking event here. While clicking that button, I need to insert that value. Okay, that procedure I need to done. Okay. Okay. Here I define that button as a add button. Okay. I just copy that. Add button dot add event listener. Okay. In the event listener, what event will be happen here? Just a click. On click now. If we are using that on click inside that function, inside the button, then we will be use the on click. Okay. Otherwise, we are using the add event listener. Okay. And here I need to define that events. Click, while clicking, just to execute this function. Okay. Now, while clicking, that if there is any codes inside these curly braces, that will be executed. Okay. Now it capture the data, capture the clicking event. Okay. After that, I captured. Okay. Now I capture the clicking event. Now I need to capture the value inside the input value. Okay, I just do that. Here I defining that input data. Okay, this is a tag. This is a input element, tag only. Okay, I need to access the data from the input tag. I just defining that as a value. Const value equal to, now input data has some tags. Okay, inside the tag there is a value. Okay, I fetch that value. Now I check. See, if there is a error in JavaScript files, scripting files or anything files, that will be show like here. It will be not seen. Okay, here it shows like script.js. You define that file. Okay, inside that file, line number 39. Okay, there is one issue. Just to go the line number 39. 39, there is, I just uncommented that. Okay, now I just added that value and clicking add. Now what will be happen here, guys?
It will store in the value and show the value.
Okay, now the value in the input tag is showing here. Okay, now what things I need to do? Now I fetch the data also. I fetch the data value from the input tag also. What thing I need to do?
Print the value. Print that value.
Already printed in console. Where will you
In the UI.
store the value? Okay, I just fetching the value. I just need to show in the unordered list.
Yes.
Okay, already I have an unordered list tag. Okay, then what thing I need to do? I have a one unordered list. I have a data. I need to show the data inside the unordered list. Okay.
You need to synchronize the data with the input.
How I do that?
You assign a value whenever you click add, right?
Okay.
You need to assign that value to the data that is being entered as the text.
Yeah, I assign that value also. Okay, that's why I am saying I have a value in one side. One variable I have my data. What are the things I write here? That things are in a one hand. And another hand I have another list. I need to show that value. How I show that? How the data is showing in the another list?
You append the all the input data into the unordered list.
Yeah, that thing. To that I need to create the list item. After that I need append that list item into the unordered list. Before I need to set the value. That's it. Okay. Here. Okay. Now my list item is created. Then what thing I need to do?
You need to assign the value of the
Just assign the value to the list item. Okay. Now I have a value and the list item. That will be okay. Okay, value and the list item. I just insert the value into the list item. For that thing, I using like list item dot text element.
Okay.
Text content equal to which value I need to assign?
Li. Value.
Li is a tag. Value is a value where I fetch that value. Okay.
Value dot.
Value. Now I print that value. Now see here I type it. Okay, the value getting inside that list value. Then I just need to append that value in the unordered list. UL dot for appending that value, what I need to do?
Dot append.
Dot append child. I need to append the value list item as a child of the unordered list. Okay. L. Okay. Now it will be appended. But here one mistake is there. What is that?
It is not showing text.
Which
In the display.
Console.
Console display.
I remove that console. See, I just commented. There is a console is what used for what purpose?
No, it's in console window. This telling that the text is not visible.
Which is
That is what it is.
okay. What is the use of console?
Print the value.
Hmm?
Print the value only for the user developer purpose. It will be not.
Why we need to print that value? Actually, console is used for debugging also. Okay, what are the bugs are raised? That all the things are comes to console. Okay, here if I using the console for now, I using this for like getting the flow. Okay, if okay, I do this thing, it will be reflected. It won't reflect in the display. It won't reflect in the UI, but it will be reflect in the console. Okay, what thing happening here, what data is fetching from there, all the things are I need to see means then I will be show in console. Okay, I understand why we need to use console log. Okay, if my program is, my application is small, then I can be able to understand that code. Then if I have been using that multiple modules, I need to communicate or I need to share the data between the module, then how I know? Just console the values. Okay, if there is a whole, how you know the difference between module and the component? What is component, what is module?
Modules are independent.
Not like that. Actually, components are combined and build the module. Okay, here same resume page also. Or any other things. Or our website. Okay.
You have no internet.
Yeah.
See, here, this is my landing page. Okay, this is the one module. Inside that, I have been using this slider. Have you visible that this navigation bar? This is the one component. Okay, I can be reuse this all the pages. Okay, that is one component. Here, the buttons, that all the things are component. The components are combined and build the module. Okay, here, if see this code, the code for the module and the code for the component. That is also different. Module is defined as an index. I put all the components inside the module. Okay. After that, I need to pass the data. From the module, I pass the data to the component. Then, how I know which data is passing from the module, which data is receiving from the module. That for that thing, we can use the console log. Okay. Here where we left, just appending that child. Here I defining that H2. That's why it's not showing in unordered list. Okay, here I printed that value, but it won't remove in the input text. What thing I need to do? I need to remove here also. Otherwise, I just input the data multiple times in the same data.
And the on-click function we need to add.
So you're in,
I need to change the value in the input field.
Yes.
Okay, it's possible or not?
Yes. For
Here, I need to change that value, like input data value equal to empty string. Okay. Then, if I once click that value, it append that list item in the another list. After that, remove that here also.
But it's not showing over there, sir. In the console window.
I want to print that value. See?
You remove that log.
I remove that log. Okay. Now here there is another one bug. See
Okay.
how to prevent that.
Yeah, condition we need to.
Condition based. You guys just to say how to prevent that. I have a value. I won't need to print the null value. Then what things I need to do?
How many times you want to
Hmm?
initialize
Hmm.
the value? How many times you want to print?
No, I just understand the question. The question is, if there is a null value, if there is user don't input any data,
you just
Okay.
added conditional statement if else conditional statement.
what is the state condition here?
If the input is null,
Hmm.
then you don't have any output. I mean,
How to do
Break.
that?
If
How to
you
do
put
that?
null, then some,
Hmm?
why do you need to show that
other means you need to fill the text like
message?
message. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, if you do that,
Okay, that's the if else things only. Okay, if I need to check the input value. If there is a no value, then alert the user. Okay, otherwise print the value in the input tag.
Okay,
Okay.
can we do one thing? If the input is null,
Hmm.
can we simply disable the add button? Then there won't be any issue. You don't need for if else statement error based.
Yeah, but if the user will be confused. Okay, if the user came and see the page, there is a no buttons.
No, the button will be visible, but it will be disabled. You can.
We can keep that things also.
Click function.
Click function is
Yeah.
will be disabled. Okay. Here we just do that. Here all the things. Okay. Inside that all the things are happen. Only that how to say, if there is a one value, then only this all the things are need to execute. Okay.
If else,
If else we can
disabled.
use that.
You can remove that, right?
Sure.
No.
What?
Okay. Here it will be show the alert
So
message.
do like that.
The disable.
Yeah. The function is the add button is not going to be able.
But it will be work. Then only we click the button.
While if we enter the text, then the add
The-
button will be visible.
No, not visible. It will be able to.
If you did not enter the
non-click.
text, then it will be not visible. Means like Not clickable.
Then we want to use here. That is
You
no-
can use the if function
outside.
add btn. Then you can
Add not tick.
you need to remove the flower pot.
Okay.
Add some text.
But you didn't add else statement in the program. You just use the if statement, but you didn't add the else statement. Else and then add this program.
Add this
Yeah.
function.
Just to see how the program is executed.
Above the bracket.
Above the bracket.
Why we need to insert above the bracket?
Okay, okay. Done.
I need to add the events because if here understand, if my code is executed, then once it's executed, the stored value of the initial value that will be same. Okay. If
You
there
need
is
to
any actions will be happen, then only that code is need to execute.
You
Okay.
need to reinitialize.
Okay. We can be do that thing also. What thing we need to do here? Actually, see, here this is my event listener, okay.
Mm.
It will be execute while the button is clicked,
Mm.
okay. Here I defining like input value is null, then disable the button, okay.
Else also add a condition to else also, then it will work, right?
How could we add the condition? Let's see.
Else.
Yeah.
How? See, if here all the codes are doesn't execute multiple times, okay, all the lines doesn't execute multiple times, it execute a single time, okay. The JavaScript codes execute single time. After the execution, it just waiting to click the button. Here we add that event listener for the single time only. For the when the button is clicked, then it will be get notified. Then only all the things will be happen. Here, see,
You can do
this
one-
thing. 1 second. Here, this code will be execute after clicking the button. Okay, but these codes are executed initially. There is a no value. Then that time all the codes will be executed. If here the value is listed, then it will be don't change. Okay, won't be changed.
So in the if statement,
Okay.
you did disabled equals to true, right?
Yeah.
After that, you can simply add another statement to reset the disable. I mean, make it enable again before the else statement. Then it will work, right?
Okay. Instead of that, I just do like this. I just get the input data, okay. Input data. Then the value is inputted. Then these statements need to execute. Here I need to enable the button.
Enable true.
Disabled is true.
Enable true.
Disabled is false.
False.
All.
Okay, got it.
But we didn't get text.
Why? Why? Why there is a no text?
Can you go back to this? Can you enlarge the add event list?
Okay, 1 second.
Because once that code is activated, after that another run is not happening, so it is not showing any data.
Yeah, initially I defined that value outside the data. Okay.
Yes.
If the pages get refreshed, there is a no data.
Yes.
That thing only store in the value.
Yes.
Okay. If I executing the value without the values data, the value doesn't hold any data. That is will become undefined. That value is showing.
Yes.
Okay. I just calling that value here and showing that value.
So
Okay.
you need
That the values doesn't updated.
So you need to use that constant value after the
Yeah.
input data.
And just to use that.
Or else you can also use var, sir. Var.
No. Why we need to
Where,
use var?
if you use where you can change it constantly. You need to change it only once. You cannot read.
Okay. Now it will be what? Calm. Okay. Because here it fetches the value and shows that in the output.
Since the button is clickable.
If
Yeah. Here there is a value now. Then I need to remove the value in the statement. The values got updated.
what he is asking is,
Hmm.
before you entered the value, the button is disabled.
Hmm.
After you entered the value and clicked add,
Hmm.
the button is enabled. And after that also the button is enabled. It is not. I mean, you can add a loop to it, but no.
Okay.
Again, if we add, we won't. It won't work right now.
Yeah. Why it won't work? But this time
It's showing an extra.
Right.
order.
Or like it will create a extra list item.
I'm asking why it is showing extra list item. See, every time it's showing extra one.
It is.
List item. To do create item. After creating the one list, we should do this.
Okay, this is the assignment. Okay, just to do this. Okay, and find the why it is happening. Huh? Okay, and here, see, and add another thing also for newcomers. Okay, just to do like text name generator. Okay, same thing only, same executions only, but here I just change that UI and also the components. Okay, I just change the UI and write it like okay, it will be came as another card. Okay, I can be delete also. Okay, this is your assignment.
Sir, I have one question. In the previous thing that we did, you used the click function to add and do the data, right? So, is there a possible time if I just type in hi and rather than click, I press enter?
Yeah, it will be happen because just to change
Even if the add button is disabled?
here.
Uh,
See, I typed in single thing,
Uh.
single word. The add button is enabled.
no, you type in hi, you click enter.
Okay.
If the,
It won't came because I doesn't
You gave
use
us
that
the
click only.
click
Okay.
only. Now, if I enable the using the enter also, for example, every time if there is no data, the add is being disabled due to the code that we have created. But if I keep on pressing enter, it will create because I didn't disable enter, right?
The enter will be execute if there is a event. The event is input. Okay. I need to add the data if there is any change in the input, and if I press the enter, then only that capture the event. Okay, that thing we can be used. Okay, but while pressing enter and give that how to say?
So how
have
do
the
you
data.
code that you, is there a function for that also, or do you assign it to the click? No, no. Instead of clicking add,
Okay.
I click enter.
Okay.
Is there a function, the execution to happen if I click
No,
enter?
that is a even listener. Input.
Input, yes.
Okay, if the input change,
Hmm.
okay, input change is changed, then press enter. That only capture. Okay,
Okay.
that only execute the set of codes. It will be captured. If I am typing something, it will be captured. But how the HTML code know the user is finished the input, typing the stuff.
What happens
Hmm.
if I assign
Hmm.
to the click
Hmm.
event,
Hmm.
I assign the click event variable, I create a variable.
Hmm.
I initial it as a enter,
Hmm.
or I create a variable as enter and
No.
assign it to click. So whenever I press enter, it will click rather than.
That will be execute on key down. That is another one even. Okay, that's why you need to practice more. Okay, by using all of those events, by using all of those CSS properties, you will be have a good idea about that. Okay, that's why I am asking do practice. Okay, by executing this assignment,
Applying the
Okay.
same condition. the
different conditions.
Yeah.
Don't do like that. How I say, just while clicking on the create, you show the new card. Not like that. Use different conditions. Do different events. Okay, and get to the output. My output is just nothing. When I type something, whatever it is, I need to click, I need to drag, I need to store, whatever it is. When I click on the create, it's need to create a one tab. That is my expected output. Whatever things you do, you can do. Whatever even you need to capture, capture. Okay. I need just the thing, this output. And another one thing, while refresh the page, the data won't be gone.
You need to save the data.
Where you save the data?
You can save it in the cache.
No cache. It is a local storage. Okay. Store the data in the local storage and fetch the data and show it here. Okay. I think local storage things also don't do that assignment. Previously you won't do that. Okay. Do that assignment for all. All of them do. Use the local storage, store the value and show it in the UA. Okay. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap today's classes. Any doubts?
But the links to the previous class sessions are available for newcomers, it will be easier to complete this.
Okay.
And,
YouTube channel link. Okay. Okay, there is a notes. You can be refer notes also for doing this. Okay. In Monday, complete those assignments. Okay. Just create a one input tag and add a button. While clicking that, I need to, instead of creating another list, create a one card. That's it. Okay.
Sir, yesterday a lot of members joined the group. Can you just repost those notes? We will access that. We are not able to access it right now.
Okay.
We just have zero data. If you can repost it, we will be able to access the data.
Okay, I will reshare that one. What is the feedback of resume pilot?
There is one glitch. When you add, you upload the file, you add the job description and all, and you go for editing area, there is a bot called Chat with AI.
Yeah.
Whenever I am clicking that, it is saying that sorry, there is some error and it is not
Then
working.
it will be a session experiment. Okay, your session. You need to relog in. Okay. Anything? That line spacing. Okay, I will see.
And One other thing that I observed is, after generation in the final preview, I just went through the entire document because we used AI to add some data in it. There are some punctuation related issues, I mean, there are punctuation errors. When I am trying to correct that, I am not able to. When I select the section and hit edit, it is only showing what data I have entered. It is not showing what data it has created for me to make corrections. There are punctuation errors. I will show you.
Here the contact.
Change the previous one.
Okay, you need to add the edit. Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. I will be added that feature.
Just open your photo. No, technically, open your photo. Where it was stored actually. No, not this. Folder. Folder.
For example, I am not able to find that exactly right now. For example, in this section, I saw one paragraph wherein I got a full stop, comma and semicolon. When I try to edit it, like for example, I click here, edit, it is showing what I have entered, but it is not showing exactly what is generated here. So I am not able to make that change.
Here, for the heading, for the content, you can see also. Okay.
If the agent of is not happening, right? This issue.
Yeah, I am not.
It is happening with only
Any other issues?
In the corporate professional,
It is not getting template, proper verification it has login. When I reset and everything, I came to login.
that's
Same issue
not in
for the
like
last-
sign related
for
issue.
sign.
When there is one, you have a summary.
Yesterday was low signal, so that's why it-
Yeah, yes. When I click on it, I'm not able
Low
to do
signal.
it exactly how I want to edit it, because this is the data that I have entered.
Because all the data from the cloud.
The AI made some changes, like I'm not able to edit those changes.
After reviewing the technical, for the verification purpose, you need to have
By
proper.
name.
Once in sometimes it fails for login verification successful, but I didn't get proper here login successful. That's why again reset login.
Already reset. It's showing nothing.
Okay.
Legal issues.
And just to click the back to
Show the
log.
resume.
It's working back to back.
You need to navigate to the login.
Or
Done, that is fine.
it's fine, like that.
Email message from computer can
Okay.
reset.
Okay.
Did you work on it? Log out and see, you can see the session. You are right, you can see it. So what about you? Have you done?
Basic financial information.
Session, log out and all.
represent this
But
session
the rest of the
as like this,
information-
as my use. As I want, like something. Money carrying profession. But I want to represent this project
నేను జావా
as my
నేర్చుకున్నాను
requirement.
స్కూల్లో HTML 4th class.
That only looks
Understood? If you want, you can directly change other complaints. All the templates are like that.
Elastic.